guys, welcome back to my channel Travel Wonderful. Hello my friends, how are you? I am so excited as in today's videos I'm visiting the beautiful island of Madeira, one of the top holiday destinations in the world, voted 8 years in a row as the best island to visit. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you like this video and remember to leave a comment below. Enjoy the video, Travel Wonderful.
The island of Madeira in Portugal was recently named the best island destination in the world for the 6th time in a row by the World Travel Awards. They also have been named the best island destination in Europe 7 times in 8 years. So let's find out all these hidden gems and amazing places together. One of those gems being Cabo Girao Mirador.
Roughly a 20 minutes drive from Funchal and we get to one of the most popular attractions here in Madeira, which is the viewpoint Cabo Girao Cliff, which is the highest in Europe and one of the highest ones in the world, attracting 2,000 visitors a day pretty much. And you got an amazing particularity about this place is that you got this suspended glass floor in which you can walk through if you're there. It's a bit scary at first, but then you just go with it while enjoying these amazing views of the island of Madeira. Wow, look at this view from here guys, it's just amazing. You have to come here. Cabo Girao viewpoint, the highest cliff in Europe and one of the highest ones in the world. After visiting the highest cliff in all Europe, Cabo Girao, make sure you take the Teleférico do Rancho, which is gonna take you all the way down to the seaside. So like this you will enjoy the beautiful scenery of this part of the island of Madeira. It has a price of €5 and you can take it as many times up and down up until 7 o'clock. So it is really worth it. So earlier on today we were on the top of the cliff, the highest one in all Europe. Now we are here in this beautiful seaside part that the Teleférico took us. Originally the Teleférico were made so that the farmers that were having a hard time transporting the goods from all the highest part of the island to the down part. It has 6 seats and it's quite comfortable to enjoy. So now it's a method of transport to take tourists from the top of the island to the seaside down.
Also in the higher ground of Funchal, we get to an amazing masterpiece which is open to the public since 1991, Monte Palas Tropical Garden, put together by José Bernardo and includes one of the most important tile collections in Portugal. The tiles, exhibit amidst the tropical vegetation, represent several ages, coming from palaces, churches, chapels, and private houses throughout the former Portuguese Empire. And remember, if you're enjoying this video so far, make sure you give a like, you subscribe to the channel, and you activate notifications. It is for free and it takes literally 1 second to do. During a trip to Japan and China, the beauty, culture, way of living as well as the influence of the Portuguese on the Orient charmed José Bernardo. This is the reason of the existence of 2 Oriental gardens in here. They tell the story of a social, commercial and cultural relationship between Portugal and the Orient. Among many Chinese and Japanese elements, the visitor can find mythological animals usually put in the temples. The entry fee to enter to this amazing Monte Palas Tropical Garden is of €12.50 per person and it can be paid at the entrance of the garden or online. Not far from Monte Palas Tropical Garden, make sure you meet the Carreiros do Monte, in which you can take a toboggan ride in the traditional basket ledge, which date back to the early 19th century, when they were used as a means of transport by the local residents who wanted to travel quickly from the village of Monte to the city of Funchal. This is considered by CNN as the coolest commute in the world. The toboggans are driven by 2 runners dressed in white and wearing the typical hats known as straw boarders. The descent from Monte to Libramento it is approximately 2 kilometers and take about 10 minutes to complete. Monte itself is a well-known beauty spot famous for its beautiful lush gardens and splendid views over the city and beyond. The route to Libramento it is a very picturesque area and a thrilling ride up to 30 km per hour is guaranteed.
Travel wonderful! Woo!
The price of the ride it is of 30 euros for 2 people. Another amazing activity you can do when coming to Madeira is to take a jeep tour towards Madeira's northwest coast, passing a stunning green landscape to locations such as Serra de Agua, and journey along forgotten and enchanted old roads and get a glimpse into the island's everyday life. Go to Encomiada, where one of the island's famous walking trails leads to Madeira's highest peak, pass through the Lauro forest of Chão dos Louros, and marvel at the mountains and valleys from Ginjas and Paul da Serra.
Wow guys, look at this view, it's just amazing. This looks right here like heaven. Look at all the white because of all the clouds, and look behind me, all these mountains. We are still in a viewpoint in between Encomiada going to Pau do Serra, and look at all these amazing views. It's just incredible. You have to come to Madeira.
This tour also includes the magical Fanal Forest, which is part of the Lauricibal Forest, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site known for its ecological importance and beauty.
So we have right now to this point, which is called the Posto Florestal Fanal, and it is very popular spot here when coming to the tour of Porto Muniz, because it's the area where we can find the oldest laurel trees of all the island of Madeira. They are between 300 to 600 years old, and every type of laurel tree it is in this area. Also, this part gives you the vibes like if you were in the Harry Potter Forbidden Forest or the Lord of the Rings, because look at all this foggy view with all these very old trees. It's just amazing. Have a look. Definitely looks enchanted.
The price of this tour it is of 52 euros and it includes a hotel pickup as well. And that's how we get to one of the main highlights of the island of Madeira, Porto Muniz natural swimming pools. These were formed over 1,000 years through the cooling of volcanic lava, and it has crystal clear water with fish easily visible. The landscapes surrounding the pools are unique due to the panoramic views that the swimmer has over the sea, coast, and the rocks. It is located, as the name says, in the charming town of Porto Muniz, in the northwestern tip of Madeira, and it was voted in 2018 as one of the best natural swimming pools in the whole world.
Hey there guys, and obviously when coming to Madeira, do not miss the opportunity to try the traditional bolo de caco, which is a traditional flatbread made here in Madeira. And the traditional way of doing it is by preparing it in a stone basalt on a slab. It can be pretty much filled with anything, but the traditional comes with garlic, butter, cheese, ham or chorizo, and it is absolutely delicious. Pretty much in every corner of the city you can find it, and it costs pretty much roughly between 2 to 3 euros depending on what the fillings are inside. It is absolutely delicious, so you must try it. Another thing you must do, especially if you are staying in the area of Funchal, is to visit the Mercado dos Labradores, which is a fish, plants and vegetables markets located here in the town of Funchal. And it is a market that dates back to the 1940s, so it's a traditional thing to do if you come here to Funchal, to explore within the variety of things to buy here. So let's have a look together. Another thing you can do when coming to Mercado dos Labradores and to Madeira in general is to try the traditional alcoholic drink from the island of Madeira, which is called poncha, which is a sugarcane distilled alcohol mixed with honey, lemon, and you can have it mixed with different fruits. The most traditional is the one with orange, so let's try it. Cheers. Wow, it feels quite strong, so you must drink it slowly, but it's delicious. Cheers.
A very fun activity you can do when coming to Madeira is to take a catamaran trip tour throughout the south coast of Madeira. This tour offers close-up views of Cabo Girao and also pass through points of interest such as the fishing village of Câmara dos Lobos and the famous Ritz Hotel, where Winston Churchill used to stay when visiting Madeira. This tour has a price of 30 euros and includes snacks and drinks, also a stop for swimming if you wish so. The Pico de Arriero to Pico Ruivo hike, it is one of the most famous hikes on Madeira Island, with incredible views along the way. If you are an outdoor lover visiting Madeira, you can't miss hiking from Pico de Arriero to the highest peak on Madeira Island, Pico Ruivo, at 1,862 meters. The 11-kilometer out and back trail is tough with over 1,000 meters of incline, but the views and experience on itself are totally worth it. It is one, if not the most beautiful hike on Madeira. Always make sure to check the weather forecast before starting your hike in Madeira. Apart from the beautiful flora and fauna located in this area, you can also see the staircase to heaven. You will make your way descending the dramatic staircase that make this hike really epic. And if you are lucky enough with low-hanging clouds, it makes you feel like if you were in another planet.
I'm not gonna lie, it is an intense hike. I mean, it is challenging, so make sure you bring comfortable shoes, comfortable clothes, and also some water in your way, as it is quite long. Remember, we're going up to 1,862 meters, so that's over 5,000 feet until we arrive to Pico Ruivo. So let's go. Finally, we have arrived to Pico Ruivo, the highest peak in all Madeira and one of the highest one in all Europe, nearly 1,900 meters up, which is pretty much 5,000 feet. So look at this view. I mean, it is challenging, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit tired, but it is totally worth it. The view from here is just amazing, it's wonderful. You gotta come to Pico Ruivo, Pico de Arriero and Pico Todo Tupá. And here in Madeira, it is just amazing. So enjoy the beautiful views from here. And obviously walk throughout the beautiful streets of the old town of Funchal with very beautiful cobblestone streets, very colorful buildings. Something really interesting is that in many of the doors throughout the buildings in the old town of Funchal, there are so many paintings, like those ones I'm showing you right here. They are so beautiful, and I mean, it's a perfect spot to be taking pictures. Also, the area of where the Corpo Santo Chapel is, which is the oldest building in Funchal, which dates back to the 15th century. So it is a very beautiful small town of Funchal, the old town. Definitely a must visit. If you are a nature lover, I highly recommend you to visit in Funchal, Santa Caterina Park, which is a park of 40,000 square meters and where there's lots of flora from all around the world. This is also an area where ducks and swans are born. So the most important thing is that also it's for free. So it is a very beautiful park with many paths around and lots of nature as well.
For last but not least, I highly recommend you to visit the museum of one of the greatest football players in all history, Cristiano Ronaldo. The museum tells the story of the Portuguese footballer and houses all the individuals and team trophies won, a total of 126 trophies. The museum was opened to the public on December 15 of 2013 and has an area of 400 square meters. The floor is L-shaped and was paved with traditional Portuguese cobblestones and decorated with the CR7 symbol. On your visit, you can see iconic photographs of his career, videos, and a replica of his watch statue. All the youth and professional trophies that he won are shown in this museum. And talking about Cristiano Ronaldo, it is important to know that the International Portuguese has its own hotel in which you could stay if you wish so. It is the first hotel of the partnership between Cristiano Ronaldo and the Pestana Hotel Group. It is a truly modern hotel in Funchal, bringing together contemporary design and the lifestyle that you deserve. And which one is your favorite part of this video? Which one is your favorite part of Madeira? Let us know in the comments below, activate notifications and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching and I will be seeing you in the next video. Travel wonderful!